Hi, welcome to the Phoenix Neighborhood Patrol Program's YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering logging in and just a general overview of the new online database. You reach the database at the old address of volunteer.phoenix.gov. If by chance you saved this as a favorite in the past, the IT people are recommending that you delete the old saved favorite, and when you log into the new database, type it in manually, volunteer.phoenix.gov, and save this as a favorite. This will ensure that you're going to the new website. This is what the new website looks like. Things have been moved around a little bit. It is shared by all volunteer programs for the city of Phoenix, not just Phoenix Neighborhood Patrol. Where you saw the little red ball bouncing down is the new login space, so just click that and it'll take you to the login page. If you're a new member, your credentials to log in would have been sent to you in your welcome email. Also, if you attended an in-person class, we generally attach a card to the back of your PNP ID badge that has your login credentials there as well. If you're an existing PNP member, your username and password are the same as they were for the previous program. Now, one thing I want to warn you guys about is this forgot your password button at the bottom. You can still use it, but I recommend you forget the forgot password button and instead send me an email at pnp.coordinator@phoenix.gov if you need your password reset. If you click the button, it will send a message to the people that designed this program. They will then send a message to somebody over in City Hall, and it will go over to the citywide volunteer coordinator, and then they'll figure out who needs to take care of it, and eventually in about 5 to 7 days I will get an email saying, hey Brian, can you reset this person's password? So do yourself and me a favor, just send me an email directly to pnp.coordinator@phoenix.gov like it's showing on the screen. Let me know that you need your password reset, and please give me your username or at least your full name in your email so that I know who you are so I can get your reset. It'll be much quicker. Okay, and this is the login screen. Just like any other login, you're going to enter your user and ID, followed by your password, remembering that password is case sensitive. And then you select the login button. This will log you in. Now you're taken to the what they call the dashboard. In the old program, we would have called it the front page, but the new program, they call this the dashboard. The first thing you're going to notice is it says welcome back, and it's hopefully your name. It's not going to say your name like the screen does. It's actually going to be your first name. The old system put your full name up there. The new one just put your first name. But I want to warn you, if the first time you sign into the program, the first time you've ever signed into the program, you find out your first name is incorrect, we may have entered you wrong. Go ahead and don't do anything other than shoot me an email at pnp.coordinator@phoenix.gov and let me know we've made an error. The usernames and passwords are originally entered in to this program by humans, and we occasionally make mistakes. So if your name shows up wrong, it's somebody else, let me know right away and we'll get that fixed. One of the things that jumps out on this page is all these zeros. This is not really a glitch in the program. It's a problem with the way I designed the log sheets originally and how they go into the new program. We are currently trying to work this out. Don't let these zeros bother you. All your old data is still entered. They're just not being brought forward to this page or a couple other pages. If it worries you, go ahead and click where it says View Service History, and you can see all your old log sheets is still in there, and you can just verify they're there. I will walk you through how to look at your service history in another video made specifically for that. But then this one, we just want to say kind of an overview of the new program. Next thing I want to point out is this center area that I just grayed out on the screen. That is an area we don't use in Phoenix Neighborhood Patrol. There's other programs. Like I said, this program is used by all of the volunteer programs for the city of Phoenix. Many of them have scheduled like jobs where people have to be assigned to, and they use that particular section here in the center that's grayed out. With PNP, it's up to you to determine when you're going to patrol your neighborhood. So I don't have published schedules for you, so we don't use this. You're never going to see anything there, so don't worry about that part. Next area we're going to move down to is report hours or report service. They both sound very similar. They are very similar. Both of them will take you to a log sheet. Why the two different ways to get there? When we do the log sheet video, I'll show you exactly why it works that way, but both of them will get you to the same place. Difference being, if you go to report hours on the left, it's 2 or 3 clicks before you get to a log sheet. If you go under this the service opportunity and you go where it says report service, that will take you immediately or directly to a log sheet. Then below those, you're going to see where it says edit profile, where the arrow just appeared. This is the area where you would go in and change your password, or change your personal information, or update your phone number or email address or something like that. And again, we can do a whole video on that one as well. Most of it is fairly self-explanatory. So let's go ahead and click on where it says report service, and let's look at a log sheet. This is what a log sheet looks like. Unfortunately, in the new program, the log sheets take up 2 pages of space. When I originally designed this log sheet for the old program, I made sure it fit on 1 page. I'm going to work with IT and see if they can somehow make it squeeze onto 1 page. I think that is more reasonable. But for this demonstration and the magic of Photoshop, I've made it fit on 1 page just for this demonstration. This is not exactly how it's going to look on your screen when you log it in. As you can see, some of the words in the very center of the page are kind of distorted, but this is enough for you to figure out what we're trying to accomplish here. Again, I'm not going to go into great detail on the log sheet. I'm just going to point out this is what the log sheet looks like. You need to fill out the start and end date. The start time, end time are optional. Patrol hours or admin hours, you should select one or the other. You have to have something in that field. Total miles you can put in there if you're driving, that's optional. And then the starting odometer, ending odometer, license plate, again, those are all optional unless you're doing a log sheet for mileage reimbursement. And I will do a video on mileage reimbursement log sheets. Some groups have applied for Blockwatch grant funds to get mileage reimbursement funds. They have very specific rules that govern those and how you have to, kind of document your logs. So I will do a special video just on those because they're very specific on what they need and what you must do. The last area is going to be the notes area. That's optional, but I recommend you put some kind of notes in here. These are for you and nobody else. They just remind you of what you did that particular day. Also, we're talking about hours. I need to point out that those are full hours, and that field is only a number field. You don't want to put numbers and decimal points in there. If you're out for less than a full hour, I recommend that you round up to the next 15 minutes and then convert to a decimal point. So if you're out for an hour and 15 minutes, that would be 1.25 hours. So again, we go that 30-minute mark, that 45-minute mark is 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, and the system will take that. You don't need to type hours in this field. The word hours or the letters HR, anything like that, simply put numbers in those fields. If not, you'll get an error. All right, now that we got the log sheet filled out, remember to click Submit My Service, which is the button on the bottom right part of the log sheet. In the real form, currently it's on the 2nd page. Through the magic of Photoshop, I put it here on the front page, but select that. And if you did everything correctly, it accepts your log sheet. You're going to get this message that says successfully submitted. From here, you can submit another log sheet by clicking where it says submit another entry, or you can go back to the dashboard, or you can log out, whichever you would like. We're going to go back to the dashboard. Click where it says that, and it takes you back to your dashboard again. Very simple stuff. Let's talk a little bit about view your service history. I'll walk you through this briefly. This is where you can see all the log sheets that either you have entered or that have been entered on your behalf. So you click that, and it will take you to this page. There's a couple things I want to point out. Up here you got the tabs where it says report service and logbook. You can actually go back and forth between the report service area and the logbook through here. Underneath there you see those darn zeros again. This is the same data that was on the dashboard. They just moved it smaller and put it in here. It's still wrong. We're working on getting that fixed. I think we have a solution. We're just trying to figure out what the cost of that solution is going to be. So below here you're going to see some of your log sheet entries. This first one was entered on the 15th of December. If you'd like to see more details, just click where it says blue underneath the log sheet of more details. When we click it, it's going to expand, and you're going to see a log sheet. Now, I've actually opened up a different log sheet for demonstration purposes that had more information in it, but this is what your log sheet looks like. And no, all the data is not in the same order, but you can figure it out. I'm not sure how tech people figure the orders out for these things, but you can figure it out. So on this log sheet, you can see that the person patrolled for 11 hours. You can see that they put notes in that they patrolled the southeast area of their neighborhood. And you can see that they patrolled for 3 miles. Now, you might be curious about why all those zeros after the decimal point. I am not sure why the tech people thought that we needed to run the decimal point out to 10 places. That's like scientific math. That's not what we're needing to do. So that will be in one of my next tech questions to them. Because that's just kind of confusing. It looks almost like you drew through like 300 bazillion miles or whatever that would happen to be. You can also go up here where it says show more details, and that will open up another screen which is similar to what the old program had. That looks like this. Once again, it currently shows 0, 0, 0, but you get the idea. When this is functioning, this will be much more useful for you. You can also filter, which is something that was automatically by default in the old program. You just click where it says filter, and you have the date range here, so you can filter it a little bit. So you could say, oh, between this date and this date, show me what I did work-wise or volunteer-wise, and that would appear here. This will be much better when we get the bugs worked out of it, so it actually is displaying our data. Again, don't think the data is not there. It's there in the background. When I go in from the administrator side, what's called eCoordinator, I can see all the data is still there. I can pull reports for you. It's just not showing up on the user side. So it's there. We got to figure out why it's not getting there. All right, from here you can go back to the dashboard. And if you want to manage to go through something else, you can. But we are going to call this video over with, so we're going to work our way out. So go up top where it says logout. You select logout. And it will take you back to this main screen where you see the volunteers crossing the road safely, and you're done. And this is where we're going to end this video. Hey, check back soon. We will have more videos coming out. We plan on doing one on entering a log sheet, navigating the logbook. That will be especially helpful once the logbook is working properly. And we'll do a whole series on mileage reimbursement. We'll start with the log sheet, how to fill that out, and we'll do another one to talk about how to request a mileage reimbursement report. Until then, we will see you next time. Also, check out pnpmembers.com. There will be links to all of our videos there. It's a lot easier to find than the YouTube channel. So, until next time, stay safe, and thank you for everything you do for your neighborhood. We'll talk to you soon.